Hi and welcome back to the gwEm. So I'm going to do a shootout of two DiMarzio pickups. The first one is the Deactivator, just the standard model, not the X. When I first came across the standard DiMarzio Deactivator, I was reading an online review of it and it sounded fantastic. And I just started to come back to DiMarzio after using a lot of pickups from another manufacturer, so I thought I'd give the set a go, and it was every bit as good as the review said. I was well impressed, and it's kind of become one of my favourite sets actually, the DiMarzio Deactivator. I really like the neck as well. It's my favourite neck humbucker. It's super bright, cuts through the mix. It sounds a little bit single coily at times as well. It's brilliant. And as for the bridge, I know it's designed to sound like a EMG active pickup, but for me it sounds still very much DiMarzio in character. It kind of sounds like a super distortion that they got all the mud taken out of it. It's a really nice sounding pickup anyway. And the other one I'm testing is the Titan, which is a signature pickup from one of the guitarists in Periphery. Now, I'm not a massive Periphery fan, but I'd read that this pickup was even tighter than the Deactivator and slightly more dry sounding, which are both qualities that I really like the sound of. So I thought I'd give it a go. Anyway, let's get into the sound test, and we'll come back afterwards and chat a little bit more. So what did you think of the Deactivator versus the Titan? It was quite interesting. I expected them to sound a lot more similar than they did. Write what you think in the comments, and keep watching if you're interested in my opinion. So basically I found that the Titan was indeed a lot tighter than the Deactivator. Not that the Deactivator's untight, but the low end was quite bright sounding, and I think it would do very well with down-tuned guitars, although obviously I was testing in standard tuning. The other thing that I noticed is that the Titan is quite a lot less compressed than the Deactivator, which might be a good or a bad thing. I personally think the Deactivator's got just the right amount of compression, so I'd have liked it if the Titan was a bit more compressed. And finally, the high end of the Titan is quite interesting. So the low end is bright, but the high end is sort of rolled off, so it doesn't have quite the same bite that the Deactivator has, which I thought was a little disappointing. But overall, it's a very interesting pickup, the Titan. The low end is super tight, and the high end is not kind of ice picky at all. But at the same time, it manages not to sound too mid-rangey and honky. And just as advertised, it's very clear and you can hear each note in the chord and all of that kind of thing. Having said all that, overall I do prefer the Deactivator. I like the extra compression and the extra bite that it has. However, the problem for me is that I've now put the Deactivator in another guitar, so I shall have to wait until another Deactivator comes up on eBay so I can buy one back for the Les Paul. In the meantime, I'll leave the Titan in there because it did sound pretty good after all. I hope you found this comparison of modern metal pickups interesting. Hit the like button if you did, and it'd be great if you could consider subscribing as well. Thanks a lot, and I hope to see you soon.